Welcome back to our channel. So the next question is, if cos A equal to 12 by 13 and then find sin A and tan A. Okay. So given that cos A equal to 12 by 13. First write given that. So cos A equal to 12 by 13. So we know that cos theta equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. So that means, so 12 is the adjacent side to A by hypotenuse. Okay. So adjacent to A by hypotenuse. Okay, so if you consider right angle triangle, okay, so here angle A is less than 90 mentioned in the question. That means, so here A is the angle, let A, BC is the triangle, right angle, okay, right angle triangle. So it cut here, so adjacent to A is 12, so that means adjacent side to A is AB, that means AB is the 12, okay, and hypotenuse, so longest side is hypotenuse, that means CA value here is 13. Okay, so find sin A and tan A. So we have to find sin A and tan A. So sin A, we know that sin theta equal to opposite by hypotenuse. So here, so side opposite to the A is BC. So we have to find the value of BC first. Okay, so now it implies that adjacent side equal to 12. Okay, and hypotenuse equal to 13. Okay, now in triangle ABC, okay, in triangle ABC, so hypotenuse square equal to adjacent side square plus opposite side square by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so hypotenuse square of hypotenuse square equal to adjacent side square plus opposite side. Okay, so square of hypotenuse equal to sum of squares of other two sides. That means hypotenuse here is 13 square. Okay, 13 square equal to adjacent side square. So adjacent side, that is 12 square plus opposite side whole square. Okay, so now 13 square is 13 is 169 equal to 12 square is 144 plus opposite side square. So now this 144 comes to the left side and becomes as minus 144. Okay, so 169 minus 144 equal to opposite side square. Okay, so 169 minus 144, that means 9 minus 4 is 5 and 6 minus 4 is 2. Okay, so equal to opposite side square. So that means opposite side equal to root of 25. Okay, so it implies that opposite side equal to root 25 equal to 5. Okay, so therefore opposite side equal to, we have obtained 5. So now find sin A and tan A. Okay, so therefore sin A equal to, so sin A, that means we know that sin theta equal to opposite by hypotenuse. So sin A is, so opposite side to A. Okay, so opposite side to A by hypotenuse. Okay, so here opposite side to A is 5, by hypotenuse is 13. So 5 by 13 is the value of sin A and tan A. Okay, now find tan A. Okay, it is required to find tan A. Okay, tan A, we know that tan A equal to opposite by adjacent. Okay, so opposite side to A by adjacent side to A. So opposite side to A is, 5, by adjacent side to A is 12. Okay, so 5 by 12 is the value of tan A. So this is the answer. We shall discuss the next question. So the next question is, if 3 tan A equal to 4, then find sin A and cos A. Okay, so write the given data first. Okay, given that 3 tan A equal to 4. Here 3 is multiplied with tan A, that means, so 3 will be get divided with the right side term, that means 4 by 3, tan A equal to 4 by 3. Okay, it implies that tan A is equal to 4 by 3. So that we know that tan theta equal to opposite side by adjacent. Okay, so that means opposite side is 4. Opposite side by adjacent side. Okay, So it implies that opposite side equal to 4 and adjacent side equal to 3. Okay. Adjacent side equal to 3. So if we consider a right angle triangle and here is the angle theta, so the longest side here is hypotenuse. Okay. So this is the adjacent side to theta. Okay, this is the opposite side to theta. So by using Pythagoras theorem, we can write hypotenuse square equal to sum of squares of other two sides. That means hypotenuse square equal to opposite side square plus adjacent side square. Okay. So therefore, hypotenuse square equal to opposite side square plus adjacent side square. Okay. So opposite side square plus adjacent side square. Okay. Hypotenuse square equal to sum of squares of other two sides. So equal to opposite side, that means 4 square plus adjacent side, here is 3. Okay. So 3 square. So hypotenuse square equal to 4 square plus 3 square. Okay. So now 4 square, we know the 4 square value is 16, 4 4, and 3 square is 3 3 is 9. Okay. So hypotenuse square equal to, we got 16 plus 9. Okay. So 16 plus 9 is 25. So hypotenuse square equal to 25. That means hypotenuse equal to root 25. So root 25 value is 5. So therefore hypotenuse equal to 5 we have obtained. Okay. So now we have to find sin A and cos A. Okay. So sin A equal to, so sin theta equal to, you know that opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay. So opposite side by hypotenuse. So here opposite side to theta is 4. Okay. So 4 by hypotenuse we have obtained 5. So 4 by 5 is the value of sin A, and we have to find cos A. Okay. So cos A equal to, so we know that cos theta equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Okay. So cos A equal to adjacent side to A by hypotenuse. Okay. So here adjacent side is 3. Okay. And hypotenuse we have obtained is 5. So 3 by 5 is the value of cos A. So this is the answer. The next question is, in triangle ABC and triangle XYZ, if angle A and angle X are acute angles, okay, so that cos A equal to cos X given. Okay, then show that angle A equal to angle X. Okay. So first draw two triangles. Okay, so in triangle ABC and triangle XYZ, angle A and angle X are acute angles. So that means suppose to take as triangle ABC and triangle XYZ. Okay, so ABC and XYZ must be in order. Okay, so angle X and angle A and angle X are acute angle. That means this angle X is A is less than 90 degrees. Similarly, angle X is also less than 90 degrees must be. Okay, so these two are acute angles mentioned in the question, such that cos A equal to cos X given. Okay, so cos A, that means cos A here, angle A is here. Okay, so cos A, that means adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent to A is AB by hypotenuse AC. Similarly, cos X, that means XY by XZ. Okay, so first write the given condition. So given that in triangle ABC and triangle XYZ, angle A and angle X are acute. Okay, so acute angle, and also given that cos A equal to cos X. Okay, cos A equal to cos X, it is mentioned in the question. So it implies that, so cos A value, so draw two triangles ABC and XYZ. So here cos A means adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent to A is AB. So AB by hypotenuse is AC. Okay, so it implies that cos A, in place of cos A, write AB by AC. Okay, so adjacent by hypotenuse. Similarly, cos X value, so cos X, that means adjacent by hypotenuse. So here adjacent is XY and hypotenuse is XZ. Okay, so XY by XZ. Okay, so AB by AC equal to XY by XZ we have obtained. So let us suppose to take this value to be some letter P. Okay, so let AB by AC equal to XY by XZ equal, let us suppose to take it as some letter P or K or whatever. So here we are taking it as K. Okay, since these two values are equal, these must be equal to some value. Okay, So let us suppose to take as k. So from here we have obtained two values. That means AB by AC equal to, we can write as k. Okay. And similarly xy by xz is also can be written as k. Okay. xy by xz is equal to k. Okay. So now this AC gets multiplied with the k. Okay. Then AB value equal to k into AC. Similarly xz gets multiplied with k. That means xy equal to k into xz. Okay. So it implies that AB equal to k into AC. Similarly xy equal to k into xz. Okay. So k xz. So now in triangle ABC. Okay. So now in triangle ABC. So since it is a right angle triangle, if you apply Pythagoras theorem, AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. Okay. So AC square equal to AB square plus BC square by Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So it implies that AC square equal to, so AB square, in place of AB we can write it as k into AC. Okay. So here KAC can write k into AC square plus BC square. Okay. So in place of AB we are writing KAC. Okay. So AC square equal to k into AC whole square. That means k square into AC square. Okay. So k square into AC square plus BC square. So now this k square AC square comes to the left side. So becomes as minus k square AC square. Okay. So AC square minus k square AC square equal to BC square. So if you take AC square as common, then 1 minus k square will be remain. So 1 into AC square is AC square. K square into AC square is k square AC square. Okay. So equal to here BC square. So let us suppose to be as first equation. So now similarly in triangle XYZ. Okay. In triangle XYZ, xz square equal to xy square plus yz square by Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So xz square equal to xy square plus yz square by Pythagoras theorem. So xz square equal to xy square. So in place of xy can write it as k into xz. Okay. So k into xz whole square plus yz square. So xz square equal to k into xz whole square. That means k square into xz square. Okay. So k square xz square plus yz square. So now k square into xz square comes to the left side and becomes as minus k square into xz square. Okay. So xz square minus k square xz square equal to yz square. So now take xz square as common. So here 1 minus k square will be remain. So 1 into xz square is xz square. K square into xz square is k square xz square equal to yz square. So let us suppose to take it as second equation. Okay. So now first equation divided by second equation. It implies that. So first equation is AC square into 1 minus k square by second equation left side is same xz square into 1 minus k square equal to BC square by yz square. Okay. So 1 minus k square gets cancelled. Similarly, a square terms get cancelled. Okay. So that means AC by xz equal to BC by yz. Okay. So AC by xz equal to BC by yz. We have obtained. That means these corresponding sides are in same ratio. Okay. So ratio of corresponding sides are equal. We have obtained. That means it implies that both the triangles are similar. Okay. It implies that triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ by SS similarity. SS similarity. So since we know that corresponding angles of two similar triangles are always equal, that means angle A equal to angle X we can write. Okay. So it implies that angle A equal to angle X. So this is the answer.